Speaking of the Yankees, A-Rod at 40. This has been a surreal story here, but has this become a redemption story? Have we gotten to that point with Alex Rodriguez?
Yeah, it has. I mean, listen, he's not going to change the past and all the poor decisions he made over years and years of PED use. But he changed the story. He's changed the narrative of who he is. I mean, he was out of the game last year, and I think in his heart of hearts, he looked at a future where he was Jose Canseco, or unofficially Pete Rose, where no one would want anything to do with him, that he was done playing and was not going to work in or around baseball. And that scared the pants off of the guy. You know how much he loves baseball. He's a baseball junkie. He watches and knows more baseball than any active player I think I've ever covered. And I think it was, it's like it's a second shot at baseball for him. And it actually feels like the first shot. He told me last night, he said, I feel like I'm 20 years old again. He said, it's hard for me to understand how I'm hitting balls to places where I'm hitting them. I mean, did you see the home run in Minnesota the other day?
Oh, my God.
Ridiculous. Dan, he has 3 home runs this year that are 450 feet or more. He has not done that in 8 years. That's crazy. So I flat out asked him, I said, how do people not think that you're still using steroids at the age of 39, now 40, hitting the ball as far as you are? And he said, no, I get that. He said, but I'm telling you, this is about being healthy, happy, and clean. And it's a way from all players, including future players, to understand you can play this game clean. And when your mind's right and your body's right, you'll get good results.
Okay, but
he handled it great.
But why do they fall into this trap then? If you can play it cleanly, and what he's doing, where I'm still a cynic, I'm skeptical of what he's doing.
You have to be, yeah.
At that age, to do what I had 2 hip replacements, and okay, he's healthier. Okay, fine. But why do they all fall into this trap of I've got to use?
Well, for a lot of them, and I know with Alex specifically, it's insecurity. I mean, the guy certainly had tremendous talent. When he was drafted out of high school, people were saying it was the best number 1 pick ever. So there wasn't question about that. But just so insecure. I mean, insecure about his place in the game, the way people perceived him. A big worry for him was always, am I good enough? Am I living up to the hype? And what happens if I fail? Most great athletes, when they perform, the idea of failure never occurs to them. Alex was a guy who'd always think through, what if I don't get a hit in this spot? What will they say about me? Overthought things way too much. And that insecurity, I mean, if you want to play amateur psychologist, goes all the way back to when he was a kid. But as a baseball player, that was what held him back. And I think, listen, I understand the thoughts people might have about him still using the way he's hitting the ball. But I've never heard him like this, Dan, where he's just so comfortable with himself.
Are you skeptical?
I told him that I was. I said that last night. I mean, listen, if you go back to 2013, and he told me this himself, when he came back from the hip surgery, he could not hit an average major league fastball if it was in or if it's up. And you know what the velocity is like in the game today. It's actually gone up since he last played in 2013. And he's crushing fastball. He's crushing everything, actually. So I told him, I said, that's the one thing that has surprised me, the bat speed through the baseball and off the bat. And he said, I'm telling you, I'm clean.
How often is he tested?
Well, because he has strike against him, he gets tested more than the average major leaguer. The average guy will get tested 4 to 6 times a year. So I'm assuming it could be double that, and that includes off season.
Can he catch Bonds on the all-time home run list?
I can say there's a possibility where if you asked me that in February, I would have said no chance whatsoever. So, yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know if this is sustainable, but, this is now more than a month, 100 games this year. And the other thing, Dan, remember is not playing third base has really helped him. There's no wear and tear. He doesn't take ground balls. He used to take ground balls probably more than he should have. And he's really settled into this, and it's kept him healthy.